Welcome everyone, it's Great Guy, Rock the Great Shirt as always. We are back with a day 4 update of the Tallarn Build and Paint Challenge, and everything is primed and some painting is already done. I primed up the last 3 basilisks this morning with some more yellow dust from Vallejo, or desert yellow, and mixed results. It's powdered as much as I thought it would, which reinforced my new stance. For any model primer, I'm just only going to use black because one, it helps with the zenithal highlighting, and two, I've never had black, regardless of weather conditions, ever fail me. At least on either an ultra flat black Krylon camo or even the Chaos black. The Vallejo black's been pretty good so far too, but I've never had a black spray can ever give me any issues. I've had problems with white, gray, some Krylon grays are okay, but for the most part, I've still had bad with Krylon gray. Even Rust-Oleum gray I've had bad. I've never had anything wrong, regardless of weather condition, with black. So, unless it's an old can, and then even then, I don't use super old cans of paint on models, but black has always worked out for me when it comes to spray paint. But so we got the vehicles. Let me turn on these lights here so you get a nice look. So look at all them vehicles: 3 Chimeras, 2 Tank Commanders, 1 Manticore, and 6 Basilisks. And it looks beefy. The 389th Tallarn Artillery Regiment is looking good to go. I did use a stiff bristle brush to try to dust off some of the extra powdering from when the paint dried in the air. But you know, it's as good as we're going. And that is it for the tanks, because all I did was prime them. We're gonna move on to the infantry. So be back in a little second. Alright, so here's the infantry. They were primed in black, as I mentioned before, mostly just because I couldn't trust the desert yellow from Vallejo, so I primed him with the Rust-Oleum black that I still had left. And then I did a zenithal highlight with Vallejo Air White, or Dead White. And then using mostly Vallejo paints and a few Citadel paints and washes, I started on a test model with this dude in the front, this blue fella right here, if I can get it to, yeah, so this guy right here. This was my first test model, and then I decided that so the way it is I know there's 10 units in each of these squads. There's only going to be 8, because the way the way the main loadout is it's going to be each infantry squad is going to have 8 guys, 1 sergeant, 1 plasma gun, and 1 missile launcher, and then those 2 extra models are just going to be off to the side. But I'm going to paint all 30 of the regular infantry just in case I ever wanted to take the heavy weapons out. But for now, the heavy weapons are going to stay in. And so the plan is to make 1 squad have the blue, 1 squad with the red, and 1 squad with the yellow. I'm not 100% sure. I think the female squad is going to be red, and then the male and the 2 male squads are going to be blue and yellow. Is what I was thinking about. I might... yeah, we'll figure it out. And then I did the tank commander. She's really simple, not a lot of colors. I try to make a scheme that was, you know, very simplistic in colors. After I did the zenithal highlight in white, I used the airbrush to base coat them all in khaki with his Vallejo Air khaki, which is a slightly different tone than Vallejo game color khaki. So I learned that. So when I'm doing cleanup, if I make a mistake with the brush, I have to use the air paints to match the tone. And then we have here, this is our platoon commander. She's just going to ride in one of the chimeras with one of the squads, probably the female squad, just to give out orders. Plus, I think she was one of the free models because I bought so many, and I was like, I'll get her. And maybe at some point I'll run her as a platoon commander. But for now, she is a platoon commander. Maybe at some point I'll make her a company commander. Yeah, I did a little bit A little bit of highlighting on the cape, but the rest of this is just base coat and a wash. And I think she turned out pretty well. And I went with purple. I'd asked a friend, I was like, hey, should I do black for the headdress or should I do purple? Because I didn't want to do white. And he's like, go with purple, man. And so I think it turned out really well. And this is where we're gonna leave it off for today. I don't want the video to be any super long or anything, but the plan is to try to knock out these 30 tomorrow. Hopefully nothing gets in my way. We can knock out these 30. And the color scheme, I'm trying to keep it really simple. It's green for the weapons, and then it's a heavy charcoal for the gun barrels and any kind of metallic equipment. It's a terracotta for all the leather straps and boots, and then whatever color their headdress is, and then a heavy skin tone for their skin tone. And that's pretty much it. And I think even the blades, I might do the blades purple just to keep the blade color scheme the same, or I might do the blades whatever matches their headdress, because that might actually be kind of funny to do the power weapons to match their headdress. It's kind of a Power Rangers feel to it. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying, and we'll see if we can get all the infantry done tomorrow. Have a good one, and see you later.